Welcome. If this is your first time, welcome back if you're returning. I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Me, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Now, you guys, I'm coming in live and direct. I had some fun today playing with this monotone situation. Monotone, all same color. They're like late 80s or something. Let's get into this. So, the point of the retro taking us back action, I guess, is like, okay, so you guys, we have some pretty intense transits that are happening. So let me just be clear. Let me be clear. Right now, your anus, not mine, is about to conjunct with Venus. So the unpredictable side pocket, intense energy, Uranian energy, is about to collide. Well, I hope it's more like with the Venus energy, which is like, it's nice, loving, like creative, feminine energy. So you guys, we can expect huge, monumental shifts in our, in our loves and our relation and everything. But like, can I just give you guys like the best possible information ever? And that is that we have the ability, right? So here's the scenario. So we have the ability. So last time this happened, right? Last time something like this happened, we've had a lot of like civil wars and other things, right, that have happened, and some pretty revolutionary things when Uranus enters Gemini. Now, we have two ways to deal with this. Now, first things first, before we get too deep into that. So many things are going into retrograde. Saturn is the planet of constriction, all right? Mercury, communication. So, under no circumstances do we make deals, sign contracts, no changing, no signing, no writing, no adjusting, okay? The only thing that we're allowed to do in this time in July, until like the end of July, okay? For everybody out there, astrologically, if you want your good fortune to be on point, do not sign any contracts, do not make any deals, okay? You can discuss them, they can be put on the board, they can be laid on the table to be renegotiated, but do not sign until maybe August or September, okay? Do not do it, okay? Not the time. Time is not now. But what is the time for now? Okay, so we have the ability, you guys. This Uranian energy, right? So we have the ability right now with this revolutionary time to basically like, okay, so we can choose how the war goes, right? Like everybody's all freaking out, like, oh, World War III is happening, da 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 da. Well, it's a frequency war. It's a war of the mind. It's a war of control, right? So, here's the scenario. If we choose, right, and this is so pertinent, right? We have so many intense astrological happenings this month in July. But the 4th through the 7th really is like the most, like, how can we act fully in the space of love? So, right, like the revolution, the war can be love, right? Like we can, how do I say, we can fight differently. We can fight with compassion, with love, with awareness, right? We don't have to fight, right? And so because this is such a monumental shifting point, especially for the collective consciousness of the planet, right? Light frequencies, everything upgrades, everything is happening. Just, we are guiding everything. Actually, DNA activation, everything is just, we are here. All the star seeds, all the light workers, everybody, you know, we signed up. This is what we signed up. This is the moment we've been waiting for. So, excuse me, allow me to, you know, offer us the availability to know that we can change, right? If it's the collapsing of the system and all of this stuff, then it becomes the awareness, right? It becomes the people coming together, right? Like understanding that we're all one, correct? That there is I am he as you are me, and we are all together. There is no higher or lower or difference or anything like this. It's just it's just an awareness, right? And it's not a spiritual bypassing of we're all one so we don't judge. Now, I'm not saying judge. Do not judge. I'm not judging. There's a difference between being judgmental and having a level of awareness of like of awakening, of what is happening, right? Of what is coming. Now, they say the veil is getting thinner. They say the veil, right? What's behind the veil? Now, this is a very interesting theory because the veil is often what was put on the high priestess, on the feminine, on the goddess, over the crown, right? And when we lift the veil, the fear of the truth, of the reality, of being seen is coming out. So, this is basically where the war is at. We're hitting this point of the truth, of the reality of where we are. So what resonant frequency are we vibrating in? What are we omitting? How are we perceiving? What is our level of understanding, of depth, perception, right? Our words and our thoughts are so powerful, right? Everything is, all these timelines are collapsing and colliding and everything is coming into one. So we actually have the ability to literally flip from this old structure of kind of patriarch, you know, this base, to a more nurturing, loving sense, right? And we can do that by omitting love, by choosing. Either we can choose to make peace between each other, and then we will see the ripples, right? We will see as above, so below, right? As within, so without. So it's like you have to understand that what we do when we take care of ourselves, right? When we attend to our own traumas, when we sort our generation, it doesn't just happen for us, for our family, for our ancestors. It's a ripple. It's like a cosmic, galactic domino effect, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how else to break it down, but so anyways, you guys, let us focus. And then on the 7th, right, this is one of the most powerful lucky days. So we're going to open a portal on 777 till 888. Okay, and what's going to happen is July, which is 7th, 2025. It's also a 7. So it is lucky. So what are we going to do, right? Let's be very clear with our intentions, right? How would we like I'm hearing television, right? Like not the TV, but like how are we telling the vision of our future, of our utopia? Like, what is our dream space, our state look like, right? How is it functioning? There's this beautiful place here called Neonun, Creative City, and it's basically a dream that I had that manifested into reality. And I saw this place. It was sustainable. There was art, living art that was there for everybody to experience and to see, and that the art would be intertwined with the nature and growing there and helping people, and it would be a sanctuary, and people would be able to learn and share and skill trade and teach each other, and it would provide also like work and stability, tourism, money, whatever, for the local community, also education and all these things. So basically, this beautiful vision that I dreamed of having for the past 15 years, that I really held in my heart, in my vision, that I kept telling everybody this beautiful dream could exist. And now the deal was, I wanted to have a huge boat where I had all these different types of artists and builders and different things, and we went around to different places and created this. So it's still not out of reach, obviously. I'm just saying, like, the rate of ability when multiple people can focus on the same thing, and we have the same beautiful vision of our future, of our utopia, of our whatever, then we can manifest it faster. So if you want to be together, creating, doing things, hold that vision, right? So 1444. So moving forward motion. Let's go, you guys. So I'm gonna do some July energy. These were cards that I pulled yesterday. They're telling me these can go. These are some beautiful cards I was gifted on my journey. The Enchanted Map Oracle card. Pretty cool. And Wisdom of the Hidden Realm. Pretty cool oracle cards, but I would like to first share the Keepers of Light. Surface Bay, Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit, connect to your lineage. Your family wound or pattern can be healed now. I also want to mention, you guys, that it's really important that whenever we're really like feeling a little bit lost, or you know, like we're not good enough, or we just can't do anymore, we can't push any farther, I encourage you to call on your ancestors. You know, when I clear my table, when I call on spirit guides, angels, ancestors, aliens, you know, higher beings of only the highest vibrational frequency with the best intentions of love and light. Green Taurus, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations. Trust. So yeah, call, you know, but know that when you ask for your ancestors, like if you're like, give me more strength, then they're going to give you more tests to make you stronger, to give you the strength. So make sure that you learn how to use your spells correctly and ask for things the way you should directly. Kuan Yin. Care and compassion, choose to be loved, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. So as we move into this next grid, right, it's really about the Christ consciousness grid, right? It's this Kuan Yin, this care, this compassion, this understanding that we're all men. Krishna devotion, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So yeah, you guys, that's the point, is like, what are our thoughts on, right? Are our thoughts on we're going to war and it's going to end like this? Or are our thoughts going to be like, actually, we're just going to turn everything to love and it's going to just go full melt love and all of that old shit is just going to fall away? Because like the ability for the timeline to collapse is an actuality, right? And this is what, like, stand in your power, know who you are, know why we came here, what we're doing. Warriors of the light. And I'm gonna do these. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, universe, source, creators, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, aliens, Black Federation, all spirits who are here with only the highest vibrational love frequency, only messages of the highest and best Timelines for July for the collective. Messages. Please and thank you. Messages for the collective for July. Trust. 47. Trust the path. It may be rocky and it may be windy, maybe a little bit unclear at times, but just trust. There was a path there. It was forged. You did set it up. Disruption. 39. So there will be some things. Okay, and with the look at the fact that this is water and we're in Cancer and all of this, you know, I would say that the disruption is going to come from an emotional, a most emotional state. But like, this is necessary, right? We have to disrupt things, right? Quantum mechanics states, right, that we have to acknowledge something in order for it to go away, right? So going through things, right? So we have to feel them. Focus. 33. Almost out of the woods. Oh, and there's also like an arrow here. Focus. 33 is about manifesting. The Grail Knight, romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. 6. So this is about giving and receiving. So I feel like what they're telling me is all the work that we've done and are put in up to this point, right? All of the idea of love, of the utopia, of the dream, of the romance, of everything, right? Seeking the sacred. This is all real. And the truth is love is all that is real. And the illusion is falling, the fear, right? If we're stuck in the state of fear, then we can't believe, right? And what I can truly tell you is it's not just a state of belief, it's a state of knowing, right? Like, I believe in you. No, I believe you can do it. No, I know you will accomplish great things. See how reframing and changing it changes it? The stag, pride or leadership, the energy of 8. The Bard, number 7. Music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. So yes, what is the story, right? What is the story that we're telling, and how are we telling it, and how are we projecting it, right? How are we telling it? By expressing, right? The art, the love, the expression, the freedom, the sovereignty. That is how we do it, right? So how are we using music as the expression? How are we using color, paint? You know, how are we just emanating love, emanating our divine essence, right? Each person is individually unique, right? What makes you you? What is it that makes you you? And really, like, exude you. So yeah, let's think about, you know, the music that we're making, the music that we're singing. Let's call in with intention, right? And on the bottom of the deck was forgiveness. Alright, I feel like you're telling me how to show you. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Energy of 4, moving forward. Forgiveness, and on the top of the deck is a cow. 20. Nourishment, abundance, asking, and receiving. So, you know, it's important in the act of forgiveness to forgive ourselves, right? Like if we feel like we missed the ball on something or whatever, the reality is we didn't. Everything is moving like, and the rate and the speed at which it's supposed to, right? In divine timing. So if we can be more gentle with ourselves, right? That's how we're going to make the switch, is when we start to realize not everything has to be a force. Not everything has to be done like in such a quick manner, right? Let's use these cards. So yeah, like what are we gonna go into the future, right? Like teaching. Are we gonna teach people how to be productive? Are we gonna teach them how to be kind and nurturing? Are we gonna teach them how to do what they're good at, right? Or are we gonna force them to do what they're told to do because that's what everybody did before them? Okay. Messages for the collective. Oh, forgive me. After the accident, I had like really hard time sitting on hard surfaces for an extended amount of time. My pelvis, I broke my hip and my pelvis, and it really gets to me sometimes. So when I try to scoot, it's like not really a thing. Whew, look at this, all monotone. Pink mauve. Not really a pink person, but it's not bad. What do you think? If you like the pink, drop a pink heart or a pink emoji. The Knight of Pentacles. Something has been taking forever, or has been a long time coming. Been working on it for a long time. Three of Pentacles. Been working on it for a long time. The Seven of Pentacles. Been waiting for it to come to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of Wands. To be victorious. Now, these cards are lovely. I feel like I have to show them. Okay, so we're gonna be victorious about something we've been working hard on. Can you tell us what this is? What we've been waiting so long for? Mm-hmm. Messages for the collective. You want me to take this one? Five of Coins. Okay. So the thing that we've been waiting for, right, is to stop to feel like we're missing something. Because the more that we focus on the lack of something, right, the more that we focus on the war, the death, the murder, instead of the peace, the love, the partner, the cake, or whatever, you know, like, the universe can only give us what frequency it receives that tells that we're saying, yes, I want more of this. So if you're constantly spun up in drama, then it's going to give you more drama. If you're constantly stressed out, it's going to give you more stress. If you're constantly lazy, it's going to make you more lazy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give you more of what you validate you like. So what is taken forever is for the collective, the Five of Coins, to let go, to successfully have let go of this holding on to, well, but I didn't do all of those things, or people thought this, or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. And it's none of your business, right? It's none of your business. And the end of the day, like, Five of Swords, after the Five of Coins, right? All of that is changing. In the end of the day, like, there's no battle that needs to be won outside of yourself, right? Four of Wands, yeah. So it's about this unity. It's about being able to come together. It's about letting go. It's about letting the change occur, right? Fives are about change, right? Four is about now things are moving, right? Now that we made the change, things can begin to move forward. You know, we can have this union, but the reality is, you know, we just have to stop feeling like we were abandoned, right? The only person that has ever abandoned us was ourselves, our own version of ourselves. And it's not due to us, it's due to a cultural program. It's been programmed into us to feel that way, right? So forgive yourself. Offer yourself the forgiveness. Nine of Pentacles. This is rich. This is, you know, I would say that she's rich in many things. She's holding an owl. So I would say that she's rich in wisdom. I would say that she's also rich by understanding that maybe things that are material are also, the important things that are material are existing in organic, right? The way I directly see this is, you know, to be, for the future, for us to be wealthy, to move forward, is for us to understand that the money and the abundance and this is coming through organic, right? Look at, she's in the nature. Through organic, through smart, wise. Look at, she has a robe. She's wise, she's studied. From wise decisions, well thought out decisions. From completed choices, that being 9. Oh no, give me 1 second. I have to plug in. So, yeah, going forward, we have to be like the magician, right? We have the ability to create the reality that we want. You know, oh, it's raining. Yeah, the emperor. So, so there's two ways I can look at this. So we're building new structure, right? The emperor is about our foundation. It's about our structure. It's about the way that things are going to be, right? It's not just the king, it's all of the kings, right? Judgment. It's like, how are we choosing, right? What is the most divine pathway? Are we on our soul's mission? Are we following the divine path that we're supposed to be on, or are we just going all willy-nilly? Real question. So it's not about the it's not about the judgment of the gods, right? I am God, you are God, we are God, right? We are source experiencing itself, right? So what are we judging ourselves on? And what are we judging others on? Maybe here's a fun exercise for you. Things that you're judging other people on, right? Like, let's say there's somebody you're like, oh, they're so this, or that person, oh, well, they always do that. You know, I encourage you to do a little practice. I was doing this week, and it was kind of a fun exercise. Any like slight judgmental thought that you have on somebody else, then you can kind of dig deep and you can ask, okay, body, okay, self, where within me is this, do you know, a judgment or disagreeable? And how can I fix that? How can I change or fix that, right? So, fun little exercise. The lovers. So the second way I was going to read this reading is like, as again, a divine union, as a beautiful reading like this, right? Now, if I want to read it like that, I can separate. Since the lovers are coming in, I will now show the reading like this. So, trust. So first, we trust that something is coming in. There is disruptions, of course, there's disruptions, there's always disruptions, but stay focused, because that is the point, right? Again, what are we focusing on? Are we focusing on the past people that we don't like? Are we focusing on the better version of ourselves and better people and just higher vibrational frequency alignment beings, right? Whatever that is, right? Highest timeline, right? Focus. Stay focused. We're not out of the woods yet. Stay focused on that target. That's why the arrow is here. Remain focused on the target. The Grail Knight, okay? This means that for some of you, there will be an offering of love. Someone is coming to offer. Why do I say masculine is coming to offer? Because I see the stag. This is generally a twin flame or divine masculine. Caricature, whatever you want to call it. The bard, music, poetry, myths, history, the enchantment of storytelling. So this is really about, this story has been going on for a while, and this is not just some story. This is the love story, right? that all of the love stories and the songs and everything were written on, right? No. Although we do understand it is taking a long time, it does take a while to figure out how to work together, how to come together, how to find the balance in the twin union. Now, if you notice, they're kind of like upside down, so they are kind of yin-yanging, right? Seven of coins. We have worked really hard. We have done all the work. We have put in all the work. We're ready to reap the rewards. What are the rewards? We will be successful. We will be celebrated, okay? Success, okay? Amazing, right? What is the blocker here? We just had to, or is it the blocker? Or is it what we've already overcome, right? The mirror, the self-doubt, the past. Am I good enough? I'm not good enough. La, 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 la. No. Stop. Stop the fight. Stop the defensiveness. Now the swords is words. This is action. So we're going to stop to do this, right? We're ending. We have a skull with the two swords. So instead, normally when the guy is walking away with all the swords, now he's reaching. So this is like a rebirth, right? Coming from the skull, rebirthing, taking the two. Now, the two swords is like a decision to make. A decision to stop, right? A decision to, I don't know if you can see this in here. A decision to nurture the inner child and to allow that to go away and to focus on what's now happy, right? Don't feel left out. Know that everything is happening within divine timing. Four of Wands, union, marriage, coming together, 11, right? Happily ever after, the happy ending. Because the wise feminine decided to become single, to become wise, to do the work, to become available for the actual emperor to approach, to make space from all of the pages and the knights and the kings. So the emperor, the one that can really lay the ground, is the one that comes in to rule. And then the judgment. Then we can act accordingly. Partnership and duality. And then enters the lovers. More messages for TwinFlame Collective. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is with the judgment and the lovers, right? Because I'm seeing the emperor, I'm not seeing the empress, right? I'm seeing the 10 of swords, but I'm seeing 9 swords and the peacock's back and 1 on the ground to rest. So the 1 is the action that matters. The 9 is the mental torture, right? So what I'm reading here is that there may be ready to free ourselves, right? To kind of free ourselves of the mental torture. But maybe the mental torture is the judgment, the fact that the feminine gets to still decide, right? Ultimately, Can you prove that you can take the proper action and offer something without the mental torture connected to it? If so, then the sun. Then the sun, then happy outcomes, peace, love, harmony, right? Everything happy, fulfillment. The high priestess. This is about knowing. It's about knowing, okay? So what this tells me is the feminine knows. Ultimately, she knows. She's known. She's been knowing. And with the Queen of Swords, it means with the Queen of Swords, and I see this white snake and the red rose, okay? What this tells me is she knows that regardless of what is set in divine will, that unless the action, speak louder than the words that can lead to the happiness, right? Because High Priestess is about, she's be knowing, right? We don't need words. This is about intuition, right? This is the words. The Queen of Swords is the words. This is the one that's like saying, this is what it is. This is how it is. And this is how it's going to be. And either you can respect my authority. I don't know why I felt like saying that, but I just feel like this, you know. Respect the authority, right? Now we have the moon. Which also means that the feminine is aware of the lies, the deceptions, the secrets. She can see through it all, right? Now, also the moon, this is the sign of Cancer, so we're in Cancer. So this is also having to do with also our emotional state, right? So what I see here is best to also trust the feminine intuition so she's not acting out of an emotional state, right? Then we have the Knight of Cups with the Two of Wands. So yes, best what I see here is the Knight of Cups is an offering of love. An offering of love, Two of Wands, offering here. I want to start fresh. I want to start a new path. Two of Wands. This is a new direction, new start, fresh start. Let's, and maybe that is it. Maybe like slow, fresh. Start small. See where that leads, right? But take action. the Page of Swords. But you're going to have to make some action, like now. The 4th is the most prominent time. The Knight of Coins. Is this for you? Now, I understand you want to offer more stability or money or maybe something like this, but what the guides are telling me is the time is meow. Stop trying to wait for the perfect time or to create the perfect time, right? The time is now. Any more messages? Okay, the 7 of Wands. He wants to come in and defend the honor, right? He looks like he's about to defend the honor, not be defensive, but defend the honor. That's beautiful, amazing. Let's make it like a fairy tale. The Hierophant. Now, for what I'm hearing from a lot of my guides is some of the feminines thought that the masculine wasn't spiritual, didn't have that capacity. With the Hierophant here, this emperor, this person who's going to enter, has actually done the work. He has the keys, he's got the robe, and also what I'm getting here too is like he will defend the work that needs to be done and keep doing the work that needs to be done. 8 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Yes. He's still studying and wants to keep studying, right? And that's what we can keep doing, is learn. And what a beautiful thing, the Knight of Swords. What I'm hearing is actually that he can't wait to learn. He can't wait to learn with you. So what I'm feeling is a really beautiful like getting to learn from each other, right? Like getting to be apprenticed from each other, right? And the Knight of Swords is like, oh, I can't wait, you know, like I can't wait for this. Like, oh yeah, 2 of Coins. We're gonna balance each other out. Oh my God, this is gonna be so amazing because everything you don't do, like the balance, the actual. The Lovers, again, so this deck is actually special because it has multiple lovers in it. The balance comes in becoming lovers, right? In getting to learn each other, right? In letting go, the 9 of Swords, in letting go of a lot of the mental construct that was happening or occurring, especially that may have been in the past, right? So a lot of us have maybe been in separation for a long time. The Star. Wish fulfillments, dreams being fulfilled, card of Aquarius. Also the Lovers is Gemini, right? So this could also be signaling, right, some monumental thing happening when Uranus switches into Gemini on the 7th as well, because we have 2 Lovers. Okay, so again, we're having Capricornic energy, the devil, and the Eight of Swords. So again, this is going back to the only thing that is preventing us, is preventing this future, is your own mental construct, believing, right, keeping yourself in this mental torture that you're not good enough, and staying tied down to these 3D things, maybe addictions. And addictions can go as far as, like, we're addicted to criticizing ourselves, of not being good enough or not being perfect or whatever, you know. It can be many things. So get out of the mental construct. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be perfect. The King of Wands. So, this could be the same person that is having a lot of passion and action and forward movement. This could also be another person. Could be a fire sign. Now, this could be a King of Wands, someone that is passionate, super passionate, and what he is trying to do is be a boss king and come in. Now we have the Seven of Swords, which is kind of like a sneaky card. Maybe he's trying to do something secretly to be more passionate or something like this. Now that's one way. The other way would be that someone is trying to sneakily be disruptive and come in and disrupt the passion. Okay? We have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Chalices. So this is wish fulfillment. This is happy wife, happy life, happy spouse, happy house, legacy. This is marriage, family. Everything. Is that good? Can you tell us more about this? About this sneaky card. And I get another lover. So there could be a third party situation or another lover. There also could be that this person is just secretly doing something very passionately loving as well. You're gonna know which. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I normally don't read reversals. They're telling me it's in reversal. Okay, so the Tower in reverse. Okay, so things, okay, so this is really weird because I don't do reversals. So you're saying the Tower in reverse. So the Tower is about things kind of falling to the wayside, right? Destruction or something like this happening. So actually, there's not going to be destruction, maybe is what they're trying to prompt me for. The Tower being upside down. The end of destruction and war, right? Now we're moving forward. Chariot, card of Cancer. We're moving forward. We're in alignment. We're moving forward. We're rushing in. So maybe the end of the destruction, or maybe the destruction of whatever happened, that seemed like a tower actually wasn't a tower, and now it's allowing for the forward movement to actually happen. Six of Coins. So yes, this is about reciprocity, giving and receiving. Now I'm just seeing this girl here with, it looks like coins and flowers and berries and pretty fabrics and ribbons and dress and stuff. So 6 is really about the reciprocity, right? So Divine Feminine, we are finally going to get what we deserve. The 9 of Chalices. Yes, our wish fulfillment. Our swan moment. Look at that. The full moon, this could have some significance. Something could be happening between now and the full moon. The 2 of Cups. It will be coming together with a little longer. So pretty. And oh, for some of you guys, this could include moving, okay? This could mean moving to a different place. This could mean moving away. So for a lot of us, we will be ending relationships. Some of us, we will be getting relationships. Now is a great time, the Hermit, for introspective work. Any more messages? Yes or no? But if we go and if we do the introspective work, if we follow the light within, the Hermit, Virgo energy, we will get the Ace of Coins. We will get a new offering. We will find that the universe will, or Source, Creator, will provide something amazing for us. But we have to take the action. The King of Swords. We have to be definitive. We have to know what we want, and we have to take the action towards what we want. So, can I give you guys, before the 4th, wow, all these cards are crazy. Before the 4th, there she is. Before the 4th, I would, which I'm going to do right after this, is really just write down everything what you want, as big as you can dream, as wild as you can dream it. Be very specific, be direct. Now I know all those cards jumped because I kept shuffling, wondering how can the story end in a happy ending if the Emperor didn't get the Empress. Impress me. Like this, right? The Emperor finally could get the Empress. The world. She looks happy. She has wheat, so that means she must be abundant. And maybe this means that the Empress and the Emperor kind of maybe come together. The 2 of Cups states that they come together really quickly. All of this is stating that they come together really quickly. But as the Emperor and the Empress, so maybe in union, maybe is more September, October, like September, Virgo, so Virgo season. Earth, she is like the Venus, the Virgo energy. So with that being said, guys, remember, no contracts. You can explore everything that you want. Explore all of the options and the ventures and the things, but don't make any final decisions, agreements, or signing contracts. While all these things are in retrograde, not a good time. Move forward and focus on love. And focus on the vision that we're going to keep sharing of love. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Comment, subscribe. Help your girl out. Share this with somebody else that it may be relevant for. And if you want to book or schedule a private reading, divinitywithinme@gmail.com, or drop me a comment. I'm still getting myself together, so I haven't on my new devices gotten all of the listings up there yet, but reach out if you'd like to schedule a personal or private reading. And stay rooted, anchored in the space of love, and trust that when we have made decisions and acted in the space of love, self-love first, to be able to bring us into the next phase collectively. So, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao. Meow. Zoe out.